Shalom, Kahalalim, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Hakodash. Double honors to my apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there pushing this word throughout the four corners, the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect, constantly enduring. My name is Korah Allah. The title of this lesson is going to be, They Don't Want the Truth. The truth is too harsh. And when I say they don't want the truth, of course, I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I say so-called because you are the true Israelites according to the Bible. Now, you don't want the truth. The truth is too harsh. And that's dealing with Israel. You know what? I'll back that up. Real quick, this is Deuteronomy 7:7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were fewest of all people. And that's referring to the nation of Israel. The Lord did not set his love upon you. Out of all the people, out of all different nations, the Lord chose to put his love upon the nation of Israel. But because the Lord loved you, verse 8, Deuteronomy 7:8, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, has the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And all those Egyptians died. All right. Pharaoh died. His army died. All right. There were plagues that caused mass deaths. And this is because they held the Israelites in captivity. Okay. So the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel. This is Genesis 17. I'll start at 20. You know what? I'll start at 19. And the Most High said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. So, before Isaac, Abraham had Ishmael, right? He had Ishmael with his wife Sarah, bondwoman. All right. And the Most High said, I read it again, Genesis 17:19. And the Most High said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant, the covenant, all right, the contract with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. So although Abraham had other sons, which he had Ishmael, the Lord said he's not dealing with Ishmael, he's dealing with Isaac. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. All right, so Ishmael has been multiplied exceedingly, which Ishmael today will be those East Indians. All right, you go into them corner stores and you see them in the corner store, and they making them sandwiches, right? And they are selling you whatever the hell they want, and you call them sand niggas. You know? So they've been greatly multiplied. And the reason you call them sand niggas is because in the spirit, through the spirit, we know that those are really our cousins. Right? And that's for, we're sort of close to Ishmael. But Ishmael is the blessing, is the covenant, I should say, right, was not given to Ishmael. And as for, or I could say the blessing of the covenant was not given to Ishmael. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed thee. I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, right? And I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee as at this set time in the next year. And he left off taking with him, and he left off talking with him, and the Most High went up from Abraham. All right, so an angel from the messenger from the Most High spoke to Abraham and gave him the news he's gonna have Isaac. So Abraham begot Isaac, Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot his 12 sons, and from those 12 sons we have what is known as the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, so when you read the scriptures, when you read about the covenant, read about the blessings, the curses, that's dealing with the nation of Israel, which we under the curses till this day. But we are at the end of this thing, and the blessings are coming upon us. Now back to the title of this lesson. All right, the blessings, the truth is too harsh. Now you tell Jake that they're under a curse, and they're gonna lose their mind. They're gonna look at you like you insulting them. But it's the truth. We are under curses. All right, Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Enter ye in at the straight gate. Let's look at that word straight. The blue letter, Strong's G4728. Stenos. Let's listen.
Strong's G 4728. Stenos.
Stenos. Show Strong's info. Probably from the base narrow, from obstacles standing close about, straight. Okay. So let's go to the root word.
Strong's G 2476. Histemi.
Histemi. Show Strong's info. And use, it says the same meaning and use for it in certain tenses: to stand, use in various applications, abide, appoint, bring, continue, covenant, established, hold up, lay, present, set, stance, by, fort, still up, compare. Okay. It says use in reference to situation characterized by a specified degree of trouble or difficulty. All right. So that's the definition I'm really looking for. Straight. Use in reference to a situation characterized by a specified degree of trouble or difficulty. All right. So that's a situation that the elect is in. You know, the 144,000 and the rest of the elect, the rest of the 1/3. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, a position of difficulty. All right, and that gate ultimately is leading to the kingdom of heaven. So when we're this journey we're on to the kingdom, it's not gonna be an easy one. All right, we're being attacked on all sides, spiritually, physically, mentally, being drained. You know, because we understand we're under the curses. Now, that's why you have our people that will sell out for fame to to try to escape the curses. It says, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. You go to these Christian churches and everybody could be saved. All right? You could save homosexuals. You could save pedophiles. You could save Esau, the so-called white man, the wicked. You could save a mass murderer. You know? Anyone could be saved. An adulterer, you could be saved. An adulteress, idolatry. Okay? Bestiality. Come one, come all. You deal with these different religions, different faiths. You know, those are all false gods. But they all provide a sense of safety. You know? They all provide something that's basically dealing with the world. It's worldly. But when you're dealing with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, now things start to intensify. Because it's the truth. The truth is what we in captivity. You know, you broke the laws, statutes, commandments. The truth is you still have to obey the laws to the best of your ability. But nah, Jake want to eat pork. Jake want to get shape ups, line ups. They want to be worldly. They want to be simple. Matthew 7 and 13, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go thereat. So this tells you that this truth, all right, this path that we taken through the spirit, this path of to the kingdom, this path of deliverance, this path of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, it's not for everybody. All right, people want to enjoy their youth. You know, here it is. We present our bodies as living sacrifices. As Isaiah 30 and 8. Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go, write it before them in the table, and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. And these prophecies are in the book, you know. And we're in the time of prophecies. We read the book of Habakkuk, 2nd chapter. The prophecies are speaking. Book of Joel, 3rd chapter. Prophecies are speaking. Revelations, the 13th chapter. The prophecies are speaking. We're in the time of prophecies, time of war, pestilence, the time of destruction, and the time of salvation. Now go, write it before them in the table, and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, or of Yahweh. You know? And once again, as I brought out earlier, who was this truth given to? The nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But they refused. And that's why a lot of our people are going to die in their ignorance, or in their folly, or in their negligence. Right? Because they neglect this truth. They neglect their Savior. Isaiah 30 and 10. Where say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. All right? And that's dealing with the nation of Israel, man. That's straight up our people. Hard-headed, stiff-necked. All right? want to do everything opposite, rebellious. Which say to the seers, who the seers? The prophets, right? It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. They don't want to hear the right thing. Why? Because the truth is harsh, man. The truth is harsh. All right? A lot of people don't want to hear about death. They've been dying for 400 plus years. They want to hear about getting money, getting the bag, living life. All right? Tell me how to get rich. Tell me how to get the bag. Prophesy my next job. All right? Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. These are all lies. The so-called white man could be saved. America is gonna pull through. The economy is gonna be great. There's not gonna be a famine. There's not gonna be a Jacob's trouble. This is what Jake want to hear. This is why Jake Moore is attracted to these false prophets. All right, you go up in those churches, the pastor got the Gucci suit down, Lamborghini. All right, some dark ass shades on, and our people gravitate to these things because it looks good. But what does Amos 5:18 say? Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And who desires the day of the Lord? These simple ass niggas. All right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You all simple. Woe unto you, destruction, lamentations, mourning. Unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Because you're not doing the works. You're not even calling on Yahweh while Yahweh shy. Okay? The Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, is not with you. So yeah, woe unto you, because you don't know what you're asking for. You asking for your demise. See, in those churches, they'll tell you the day of the Lord is going to be a wonderful, a beautiful day. And then everything's going to be so calm. The sun's temperature is going to be just right. The breeze is going to be just right. You know? The smell, you can smell the rain, but it's not going to rain. It's going to be a beautiful day, right? But in all actuality, it's going to be a day of death and destruction. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness. The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. All right, because they have to be death, man. They have to be destruction. When you see those thermonuclear missiles being developed, it's not to be put in a museum, but it's to be used. All right, when you read about that lake, the lake of fire, is going into the destruction, and the elect is going to be saved out of it. Amos 5:19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Should not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? You know. So yeah, man, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be harsh. When the Lord returns, it's gonna be a harsh time, harsh judgment. You know, and that's the truth, man. That's the truth of the whole matter. And if the Lord allows you to get this truth, Isaiah 6:9. This is Isaiah 6:9, and he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see indeed, but perceive not." Right? So they'll hear this truth, and they'll see us online, or we'll see us on the highways and byways, or they'll hear the truth on the news, or they'll hear it walking by, or a family member might tell them about it, or a friend, but they're not gonna perceive. They're not gonna understand. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes. right? So the Lord said, listen, they ain't gonna be able to see, they ain't gonna be able to hear. Their spiritual ears and their spiritual eyes, you know. So they'll be dead to this truth. Lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart or their mind and convert and be healed. And the Lord is not going to have 2/3 be healed, man. The Lord is out for destruction. The day of the Lord is going to be a time of destruction, a time of judgment. Galatians 4:7-16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You know? So this is Paul speaking, and he's speaking to the Israelites. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You know? And that's what it is. If you want to make enemies with one of our own people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, tell them the truth. All right? Yeah, stop eating pork. Those will kill your ass. Tell them the truth. That's why the scriptures say, blessed is he that's not offended. This is Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Right? Offended in Yahweh Shai. Because they wanted to stone Yahweh Shai. Because when he says certain things, it'll cut them to the stomach, it'll cut them to the heart. You know, it'd be a spiritual cut. Now imagine you were a baby and you get adopted and you go to a different family and that family treats you real good, let you do what you want, don't ask you to change anything, right? And then you find out that that's not your real family and now you can't do what you want. You know, you got to go to bed on time. You got to get good grades all the time. You got to brush your teeth. You got to turn off the TV at a certain time. You got to study. All right? You got to dress properly. You got to walk properly. You have to learn manners. That's what happened. Because our people, when you go into the word Stockholm Syndrome, all right? Stockholm Syndrome. It's when a slave will fall in love with the slave master, or a victim of kidnapping will fall in love with the kidnapper. All right, that's what our people are going through right now because they're under the rulership of Esau, the so-called white man, and our people have grown to believe in whatever Esau teaches them. But now we telling our people that that's wrong. Esau, your master, Esau ain't going to be saved. All right? The so-called white man's going to be destroyed. The money system is going to be destroyed. The economy is going to be destroyed. Your future in America is going to be destroyed. And you got to get right with the Lord if you want to be delivered. You got to follow the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You got to follow the customs of an Israelite if you want to be delivered. You know? So people don't want to hear these things. This is why we ain't going to see them in the highways and byways and whatnot. But anyways, that's enough for that. Lord willing, some edifying. I want to say once again, all praise goes to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Hashem Hakwadash. Double honor to my apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to Akim out there pushing this word, sincerity and honesty, and shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect constantly enduring. And with that,